up in today's video, guys, we've got a really satisfying eardrum peel, and we've got a really interesting case for you a bit later on as well. My name is Rhys Barber. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Taylor Green, and if you're wondering why there's a big old smile on our faces to start with, I've actually attempted to do this about 4 or 5 times, and
So I
just had to take over.
So we've got a really dry piece of earwax. Let's come away first of all. Luckily, patient used some olive oil. Really helps, guys. I know we bang this drum a lot, but it does make a difference when you're coming along for these types of appointments. Just pop it in for a couple of days. Massive difference. We can see a lovely looking eardrum here, and then if we take a look at the second ear, not really blocked up, this one, but a similar thing, dry wax. This patient really, the only issues this patient was reporting is when they got water in their ears, they were feeling super duper blocked up. So that's what was causing the issue on this one. But coming away nicely.
Yeah, I tend to get a lot of itching.
With dry.
as well.
You got it. It's your body's way of trying to get you in there to get in and scratch it out. But yeah, it's coming away really nicely. No. If you want to give your ear a good deep scratch, close it off, wiggle it up and down like that, and that gives you a really good deep scratch inside your ear without you introducing anything into the ear canal. This is removed, got 2 centimetres, just over 3/4 of an inch. If you do enjoy these harder earwax removals, I'm going to put a card up there where there's a lovely rock. Thank you, Taylor. Somewhere right there. There's a lovely rock solid earwax removal. Obviously that only counts if you're watching this on YouTube as well, guys, but it's a good one to watch, so make sure you check that one out as well. This is also my patient. The lovely Mr. Taylor Green's patient's coming up next, and that is a really interesting, it's a rare case, and it's a really interesting one. But for me, I get the satisfying eardrum peel, which is what's coming up next. So we got very, very soft wax here, just tidying up, just hoovering up these bits at the entrance to the canal. If this is the first time you're watching these videos, what you're watching here is a procedure called microsuction. It's where we basically suck the wax out of the ear using a very thin metal tube. And most of the soft wax disappears into a tank, which most of the viewers don't like looking at, so we don't show it very often. But you can see we've got this thick skin layer here that's coming away.
It gets messy.
It does get messy, it's lots of floaty bits in the tank. So we're just drawing this down the canal.
Oh, this is super sticky.
It is really sticky, and it was fighting me, and I couldn't work out why I couldn't pull this down, because normally with sticky waxes, once you get them moving, it's not so bad, is it? But this one was just hanging on for dear life. It did not want to come away, and you'll see why in a second, so make sure you stay tuned. It's a good peel coming up. That's not spoil this for one day. So where we are, we've got it going. There we go. Out this is coming. There we go. No indication here as to what was holding it back. But look at this little flap of skin here, but watch this. Look at that! All this, you can see the entire, just all getting sucked into there, and it is just everywhere. We're talking on the eardrum, on the, all throughout the recess, that deeper, osseous portion, bony portion of the ear canal. It's all down there. So I'm just tidying up again. Let's go back in now. You're always a bit more sort of cautious. I've put some olive oil in as well. But look how this is peeling. Look. It's almost like a very thin kind of, almost web-like.
Just drawing down the ear canals. They're perfect.
I love those ones. They're one of the favourite ones to do. I love a good eardrum peel. We just got this last couple of pieces now. I can see this central section. You can see it looks almost like webbing.
Yeah.
Look at that, look. Look at that coming away.
How much brighter it looks in there as well.
Straight away. And I think that's the beauty of the endoscope, isn't it? I think if you were looking at this through maybe loops or something like that, I don't know whether you'd really spot that, but this is why we love the endoscope so much. It's such a great tool for doing these wax. I know some people just don't get on with them, but I've always found them really, not easy, but just, I found them, okay to use. I gotta be honest. It's
quality is so much different.
Much better now. So 1 centimetre, ½ an inch. Now, if you love that eardrum peel, there is a lovely eardrum peel, which I'm going to put a link to up here, which is Taylor's, which is awesome. I think it's one of the best eardrum peels I think we've ever done on the channel. So make sure you check that one out. He was very, very good. In fairness, kudos to Taylor Green. I'm going to stop talking now, Taylor Green. This is yours.
Yeah, this is my patient now. So, there was a really interesting case. I had a lovely lady came into the clinic. Now, you can see it's not completely blocked. We can see the eardrum in the distance. But the reason this is so interesting is this lady's actually had an operation. Now, this ear is the only functioning ear that this particular lady has. And the reason for that, the lady was diagnosed with what we call an acoustic neuroma, or the more sciencey sort of term for it is the vestibular schwannoma.
No, not so easy to say though.
No, it's not as easy to say. Acoustic neuroma is a little bit easier. Now, the sort of the basics of it, an acoustic neuroma is a slow-growing, benign, non-cancerous tumour that grows on, correct me if I'm wrong, the 8th cranial nerve, which is the nerve that's essentially in control of your hearing. Can be visual as well, but mostly hearing. Now this was even more interesting because normally the way we would pick something like this up would be from a hearing test. Now patients with an acoustic neuroma will usually experience quite a rapid drop in one ear. 95% of the cases roughly.
Yeah, unilateral most.
Yes, it's unilateral or one-sided. We tend to see a really sudden drop in the hearing. Tinnitus is usually quite loud. You can get balance problems, vertigo. So, these are usually picked up through a scan at the hospital.
Yeah.
I think it's an MRI scan.
They can be missed quite regularly with
Yeah.
these things because they'll give you very similar. So you get things like fullness in your ear as
Yeah.
well. Your tinnitus tends to be a little bit more pulsy, and when you lose your hearing, it tends to a lot of the time it's a very quick drop off in the high frequencies because of how the tumor forms around the vestibular cochlear nerve, and so it sort of presses down on the outside, and that's where the high frequency transmissions go up and down in there.
But the reason this was even more interesting, that really wasn't the case with this particular patient. Now, the patient lost their hearing following the procedure. So there was a slight loss of hearing before the acoustic neuroma was picked up. But I think there's has obviously been some damage to the nerve following the removal, which unfortunately is one of the risks with removing an acoustic neuroma. But it's essential that that is treated properly. Now there's 3 ways acoustic neuromas are treated. I would say treated. Operation, so surgical removal. Radiotherapy is another form. If it's a slow growing small tumour, they will usually treat it with radiotherapy or observation. So just
Keep an eye on
6
it.
monthly checkups. I think it's 6 monthly, or is it more frequent? It's roughly.
I think they do it on a case by case basis. I think they can vary so much with patients going through. But it's a really interesting case. The one thing I would say, guys, is when you look at the symptoms, tinnitus, hearing loss, fullness of the ear, that could cover a lot of different things, which is why it's sometimes missed or misdiagnosed. But what I don't want you to do is panic if you have those symptoms, okay? Because there are lots of different things they can get, and this is a rare condition. If you do, this is why we always say to patients, if you do have these problems, go and see an audiologist. Get to see somebody who specialises in ears, and that way then we can look at your test results, your history, and give you some really good advice as to what to do next. Or put your mind at rest in some cases. Interesting one, the last one.
Yeah, we don't see them very often.
No, it was good. So we've got 2.5 centimetres.
Yes.
What's that, an
inch?
Yeah, an inch. If you are interested in ear pathologies, guys, there is another video which would be a really interesting one to watch, which is about a perforated eardrum. It's also a massive wax plug in it. And that is going to be up there if you're watching this on YouTube. Go and check that one out as well, because it's a really interesting case. If you do enjoy the videos, guys, don't forget to like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe. If you have had earwax problems in the past, you can always check out the link tree in the description. We'll take a look, and that'll take you through the website. You can reserve an appointment with myself, the lovely Mr. Taylor Green. And in the comment section, let us know which is we keep pointing all these different videos out, but let us know which is your favourite videos that you like to watch in the comment section. And we can always point people to those, because if you like them, chances are everyone else will as well. So if you don't mind doing that for us, that'd be great.
Let us know if you've had any interest in procedures. If you've had any interest in pathologies.
Unusual ones would be a nice one. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to read about those as well in the comment section.
We do read them all, but we just cannot respond to all of them.
No, there are so many. We do take a look. We do take a look, I promise. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another and myself and the lovely Mr. Taylor Green. We'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.